Every morning, the sun rises, and so does the chance for you to change your story. Yet there you are still in bed, clinging to a dream that dies the moment you wake up. Funny, isn't it? You want wealth, power, success, but you're stuck in a place where none of those things exist. Tell me, what exactly are you doing under those covers? Planning your big break? Plotting your next move? Or just letting the hours slip through your fingers like sand in an hourglass? Let me tell you something, kid. The world doesn't stop spinning because you're tired. Opportunity doesn't take a break because you feel lazy. While you're lying there, someone out there is already grinding, hustling, and clawing their way to the top. They're building empires while you're hitting snooze. And the worst part? They're not any better than you. They just decided to get up. Oh, but here's the kicker: you think you're saving energy, don't you? Resting up for some mythical day when all your dreams will magically come true. Let me guess, you've convinced yourself you're just waiting for the right moment. Ha! Newsflash, that moment doesn't exist. The clock is ticking, and every second you spend waiting is a second someone else is using to get ahead of you. Do you know who makes money while they're sleeping? The people who've earned the right to. The ones who stayed up late, woke up early, and refused to let comfort keep them chained to mediocrity. Wealth isn't born in dreams, it's forged in the hours everyone else wastes. But you're comfortable. You've made peace with your excuses, and that's the most dangerous trap of all. Comfort is the enemy of greatness, kid. It lulls you into thinking you have time. It whispers lies in your ear, telling you it's okay to rest just a little longer. But let me ask you this. How much longer are you willing to waste? The bed isn't your sanctuary, it's your prison. And every morning you choose to stay in it, you're sentencing yourself to another day of missed chances and unrealized potential. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to keep dreaming, or are you finally going to wake up and start doing? Look at yourself. Really look. You're stuck in the same cycle, day after day. The alarm goes off, you hit snooze. You roll over thinking just 5 more minutes, but those minutes turn into hours, and before you know it, the day's half gone. And what have you accomplished? Nothing. The problem isn't that you're tired. It's not that life is hard. No, the real issue is that you've surrendered. You've allowed the comfort of your bed, the warmth of your excuses, to chain you to mediocrity. You say you want success, but let's be honest, you want it to come easy. You want it handed to you on a silver platter while you lie there doing nothing. Here's the harsh truth. That's not how the world works. Success doesn't knock on doors, it kicks them down for those who are ready. And you? You're too busy hiding under the covers, hoping it will find you anyway. You've let laziness become your master. Every time you choose to stay in bed, you're telling the world that your dreams don't matter. You're telling yourself that you're okay with being average, okay with being left behind. Because that's exactly what's happening. While you sleep, others are out there grinding. They're making moves, taking risks, building lives you'll only ever see on your phone screen. And don't lie to yourself, you know this. You feel it, don't you? That nagging voice in the back of your head telling you you're wasting time. That pit in your stomach when you scroll through social media and see someone living the life you want. But instead of listening to that voice, instead of using that pit as fuel, you push it down. You silence it with excuses. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. It's not the right time. Excuses are poison. They feel comforting in the moment, but they're killing your potential. Every excuse you make is a brick in the wall between you and the life you want. And the saddest part? You're the one building that wall. But let's go even deeper. Why do you stay in bed? Is it fear? Fear of failure? Fear of hard work? Or maybe it's something worse, fear that you're not good enough, that no matter how hard you try, you'll never make it. So you don't try at all. You stay in bed because it's safe. Because there you don't have to face the truth. But safety is a lie. Staying in bed doesn't protect you, it robs you. Of time, of opportunity, of the chance to prove yourself wrong. Every second you spend lying there is a second you'll never get back. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to break free. So ask yourself, how much longer are you willing to let this go on? How much more of your life are you willing to waste? All because you're too afraid to get out of bed. You say you want success. You dream about it, talk about it, maybe even post about it. But let's get real, you don't actually want it, do you? Because if you did, you wouldn't be lying there, watching the hours bleed into days, letting your potential rot under the weight of your excuses. Here's the ugly truth: you don't lack time, energy, or even talent. What you lack is the guts to get uncomfortable. You lack the courage to face yourself in the mirror and admit that you're the problem. Not your circumstances, not the people around you, you. So, let me ask you, how long are you going to keep lying to yourself? How long are you going to blame the world for the fact that you're not where you want to be? Oh, I know what you're thinking. You've got your list of excuses ready, don't you? I don't have the resources. I didn't get the opportunities. I'll start when I feel ready. Ready? Let me tell you something about ready. It's a myth, a fantasy you've created to justify doing nothing. Nobody is ever ready. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't care about your comfort zone, your fears, or your excuses. It rewards action, bold, relentless, unforgiving action. And right now, you're doing the exact opposite. You think lying in bed is harmless, don't you? Just a little more rest, a little more time to think. But let me tell you what's really happening. Every second you spend lying there, someone else is out there getting what you want. Someone less talented, less skilled, but more determined. Someone who decided to stop whining and start working. And here's the real kicker. The world owes you nothing. It doesn't care about your potential, your dreams, or your struggles. If you're not willing to fight for what you want, the world will happily leave you behind. And if you're okay with that, stay in bed. Stay exactly where you are. But don't you dare complain when life doesn't hand you what you think you deserve. But let's cut through the noise. You're not lazy or scared. Scared of failure. Scared of trying and falling flat on your face. Scared of discovering that you're not as special as you've convinced yourself you are. And that fear, it's eating you alive. It's chaining you to that bed, to your excuses, to the life you swore you didn't want. So here's the challenge: prove me wrong. Get up. Not tomorrow. Not when it feels right. Right now. Drag yourself out of bed and into the life you claim to want. It won't be easy. It won't be comfortable. But let me tell you this, it'll be worth it. Or don't. Stay exactly where you are. Keep hiding, keep waiting, keep dreaming. Just know that every second you waste, someone else is turning their dreams into reality. And the only one to blame is you. You feel trapped, don't you? Trapped in a cycle of excuses, fear, and regret. But here's the thing, the chains holding you down aren't made of steel. They're made of your own thoughts. And the key to breaking free? It's already in your hands. The solution isn't magic, and it isn't easy, but it's simple. Get up and take control. Success isn't about being the smartest, the strongest, or the luckiest. It's about mastering yourself. The people who make it, who rise above, aren't those waiting for the perfect opportunity, they're the ones who create it. They understand one fundamental truth: discipline is freedom. And if you can master discipline, you can master anything. Start with this: stop negotiating with yourself. You wake up in the morning, and what's the first thing you do? Bargain. I'll get up in 5 minutes. I'll start working tomorrow. I deserve to take it easy today. That voice in your head, it's not your friend. It's the voice of weakness. And the more you listen to it, the stronger it gets. Silence it. The moment your alarm goes off, get up. No debate. No hesitation. Just move. Next, focus on small victories. You don't have to climb the whole mountain today, but you do have to take the first step. Make your bed. Drink water. Write down one goal for the day and crush it. Each small win builds momentum. And momentum is what turns effort into achievement. But here's the real secret: embrace discomfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. The more you avoid it, the more stagnant you become. Lean into the pain, the struggle, the grind. It's not your enemy, it's your forge. The fire that tempers steel doesn't destroy it, it strengthens it. And you're steel waiting to be forged. Now, let's talk about your emotions: the anger, the sadness, the fear. You've been letting them control you, but they're not your masters, they're your tools. Anger can drive you. Fear can sharpen you. Even sadness can teach you. Channel them. Use them as fuel, not as shackles. And don't waste time chasing motivation. Motivation is fleeting, unreliable. Discipline is what stays. Discipline is what gets you up when you don't feel like it, what pushes you forward when the world says stop. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Finally, remember this. Success isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. You will fail. You will stumble. But failure isn't the end, it's a lesson. Every time you fall, you learn, you adapt, you get stronger. The only way you truly lose is if you stop trying. So here's the solution. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop dreaming. Get up. Start small, stay consistent, and embrace the grind. The bed might feel safe, but it's not where you're meant to be. Life is out there waiting for you to take it, and the only thing standing in your way is you. Now, close your eyes for a moment and picture this. You've done it. You've broken free. The alarm rings, and instead of snoozing, you rise. You don't hesitate, you don't negotiate. You get up because you've decided that you're worth it. That's the moment you've taken control, not just of your morning, but of your life. Imagine walking into a room with your head held high, not because of luck or privilege, but because you've earned your place. The doubts that once weighed you down are gone. The fear that kept you paralyzed has transformed into focus. You're no longer afraid of failure because you've learned to turn it into fuel. Every setback has made you sharper. Every stumble has strengthened your resolve. Think about what happens when you take that first step. You make your bed, it's a small thing, but it sets the tone. Then you hit the gym or open your laptop or dive into your work. Whatever it is, you're doing it with purpose. Each action builds on the last, and suddenly you're not just surviving the day, you're owning it. Momentum becomes your ally, and every task you complete brings you closer to the person you've always wanted to be. Picture this, the emotions that once controlled you, anger, sadness, fear, are now your weapons. Your anger drives you to push harder, to demand more from yourself. Your sadness reminds you of why you started, of the moments you swore you'd never go back to. And fear is no longer a barrier, it's a compass, pointing you toward the challenges worth conquering. Now, let's fast forward. Weeks go by, then months. The mirror doesn't show the same person anymore. Your eyes are sharper, your stance more confident. The people around you notice it too. They ask what changed, and you smile because you know the answer: everything. The world starts to respond differently. Doors that were once closed begin to open. Opportunities you never thought possible seem to find you, not because of luck, but because you've earned them. The universe rewards those who take action, those who refuse to quit. And now, that's you. You've gone from being a spectator in your own life to being the main event. No more excuses, no more waiting. Every decision you make is deliberate, every step intentional. You're not just living, you're thriving. You've learned to find strength in struggle, clarity in chaos, and power in persistence. Here's the truth: greatness isn't reserved for the lucky or the gifted. It's for those who decide they won't settle for anything less. It's for those who wake up every morning ready to fight for it. And now, it's for you. So stand tall. Look at the world and say, watch me. Watch me turn my pain into power. Watch me take control. Watch me rise. Because this is your time, and nothing, not fear, not doubt, not even failure can stop you now. And now, the moment of truth. This is where everything changes if you let it. No more hiding, no more waiting, no more excuses. This is your wake-up call. The question is, will you answer it? The world is watching, but more importantly, you are watching. You've seen yourself fall short, give up, and settle. You've felt the sting of regret and the weight of wasted time. But that ends now. Right here, right now, you have a choice to make. Stay in bed and let life pass you by, or get up and claim what's yours. The clock is ticking. Not just the one on your wall, but the one in your soul. Time doesn't care about your dreams or your excuses. It marches forward, relentless, leaving behind those who hesitate. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. So what are you waiting for? The perfect moment. It doesn't exist. The perfect opportunity. You have to create it. Stand up and take control. Take control of your mornings, your mindset, your life. Start small, but start now. Make the bed. Drink the water. Write the plan. Show yourself, just yourself, that you mean business. Because here's the truth. If you can conquer your morning, you can conquer your day. And if you can conquer your day, you can conquer your life. But let's not sugarcoat this, it won't be easy. The road ahead is steep, filled with obstacles and setbacks. You will stumble. You will doubt yourself. But let me tell you something. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to the life you want. Every stumble is a lesson, every doubt a challenge to prove yourself wrong. And don't think for a second the world will hand you what you deserve. It won't. The world rewards those who refuse to be ignored, who refuse to quit, who refuse to stay down. It rewards those who wake up and say, "I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have." So get out of bed. Not tomorrow, not next week now. Put your feet on the floor and take the first step. Not because someone is watching, not because you need to prove anything to anyone else, but because you owe it to yourself. Owe it to the version of you who's dreamed of more, who's fought through pain and doubt just to get to this point. Owe it to the version of you who refuses to let life be just good enough. Because you're not here to exist. You're here to live, to thrive, to dominate. The world bows to those who take control, who rise above fear and weakness, who decide that they will not be stopped. Be that person. Let them watch as you rise, as you build a life so undeniable that even your excuses can't touch you. This is your moment. Seize it. Get up. Take control. And let the world see what happens when someone refuses to stay down.